Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having brilliant, fantastic days. It's been some time since I've recorded one of these videos, so it is weird pressing record. But basically, I've been so engrossed in the businesses that I've been building over this last year that I haven't posted a single thing. I posted nothing. I've been in the trenches just working. Whilst that's been brilliant, I actually really enjoyed making these because it also gives me some accountability. It helps, boost the businesses ultimately, because I can show you the journey. Helps keep me accountable, helps me track, helps me look back. And so I missed doing them. And I was like, this year, I am going to spend a lot more time building out the YouTube channels, the Instagram, the social medias around the journey and the progress and the growth. So I thought I'd make this video as one of the first ones that since I last made a video over a year ago, I'm now going to make a video saying if I started again, knowing now what I know after this whole last year of negotiating deals, building businesses. If I was to start again, how would I get up to, $10,000 per month as quick as possible? Which seems like one of those hot topics at the moment that everyone's discussing, and it's super possible and it's super doable. And that's why I'm making these videos. Because if I had these videos when I started out, when I was 16, 17, well, it would have made it a lot easier. I want to make videos that my younger self would have loved to have watched and listened to. Practically raw, practically uncut, edited videos with no music, with no, banners, nothing to sell you either, solely for the purpose of giving value. So let's start. Last video, I discussed how I reached certain milestones by giving value. Again, from my memory, 3 bits of advice that you need to get to a position where you're valuable enough as a person to sell something, to provide something that is worth value. Now, again, I've written on my little notes here, nothing has changed in that regard, that I'm going to say in this video a step-by-step guide on how I would make $10,000 per month if starting again. If starting again today. So it's currently the 16th of Jan, 2025. Crazy to say that. I'm now 2023. The last video I made, I think I was 21, and I was discussing when I was 20. If I was to start again today, I wouldn't go down that route of tech. I would start out with just myself as an individual, make myself as valuable as possible, and sell something to someone else, to multiple people, or to multiple small-sized businesses. I can provide them value, and then they then in exchange pay me a return. So to make $10,000 a month, to some people that's crazy ambitious. To some people, those are small numbers. Okay, so you've got to change your perspective on that. But if you can provide value to enough people, you will be able to make $10,000 a month. So I'm going to break it down. We're going to try and find some examples. I'm going to just wing it whilst on this Zoom call that I'm recording myself on to make up some examples, to explain my thoughts, to explain my theories as raw and unedited as possible. So to begin, you have to have something to sell, okay? Whether that's a skill set, whether that's a service. So figure that out first. So if you're starting again, what do you have? The answer is probably nothing, okay? But figure out what you're good at. Okay, and if you're good at nothing, then just completely scrap that idea and start with what sells and what you could see yourself selling, okay? Because the whole art of this is consistency and it's compounding. You're likely on your first month not going to make that much money. You're likely on your second month not going to make that much money. Your third month, you might start seeing a little bit of progress. Okay, that's the expectation. But if you're doing this as a side hustle, or you're starting out, or you're doing this alongside your job, then it can build up over time. Again, it compounds. The reason this compounds is because one, you get better at what you're selling. And the other reason is that you have leads and you build a pipeline and you build a funnel of people that, let's say you've got month 1, you've got 10 people that you've contacted. Month 2, it becomes 30. Month 3, it becomes 90. Month 4, it becomes 400. And so your chance of then converting that many leads just to 1 sale or 2 sales or 3 sales becomes higher and higher and higher. Okay. So start off with low expectations, but know that hitting $10,000 a month is attainable because you have to shift your mindset to that point where you can envision it. So let's start off with that niche or that service. What could it be? What is it going to be? Since I'm in the UK right now, let's focus on UK businesses. Now, how can you add value to UK businesses? Let's find a niche, and I'm going to pick one out of the thin air. We're going to go with plumbing. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to think of how we can help that business. And you type up in Google, best plumber in my specific area. Let's use, for instance, Birmingham. Okay, let's use that as an example. Best plumber in Birmingham. Which one are you going to go for? Typically, it's the one with the best reviews, or it's the one at the top of Google. So those are the things that we could help out a business in the plumbing-based niche, for instance, or an electrician or a builder, by getting higher ranked on Google, which is called search engine optimization, so SEO for short, or pumping them Google reviews, or we could do both. There's several different ideas just stemming from those things that we could help that business out with. We could help them out with their Google reviews. We could help them out with the paid ads. We could help them out with their social media management. We could help them out with their SEO. Okay, so where they rank on Google. Just a few ideas that we're playing with. Now, to make 10,000 a month, we have to do some maths. Okay, obviously, the higher a service you can charge for, the easier it is going to be to make it to $10,000 a month. Now, we have to forget and scrap the ideas of businesses that are $50, £50, $100, £100 to get up to that milestone. We do, because ultimately it's going to take a lot of volume to get there. The quickest way to make $10,000 a month would be to sell something for $10,000 and to try and do it as quick as possible within the month and then sit back and relax. Okay, that would be the quickest way. But most people don't have the value to be able to provide something and sell something for $10,000. That might come later on in your game. Okay, but let's say, for instance, let's sell something for $500 or £500. Most businesses could afford to do that if there was value there. Now, if we're doing the maths, you then have to sell 20, okay, within a month. More importantly, you could get monthly retainers. So people consistently paying you month on month. So something that's of value that you can help out a business with, because typically businesses have more money than individuals and they're easier to add value to. Okay, because otherwise, if you're going down the personal, niche, you're helping people with potentially their fitness, or you're helping people with their, mindset or something else completely different. Let's stick to this side, which is the businesses, which I think is slightly easier to get deals with. Let's say we're adding value to those plumbing, electrician, or building businesses again. And let's say, for instance, we're helping them with their search engine optimization. Okay, let's use that as the route. We say to them, within 3 months, we're going to help you rank within your local niche at the top of Google, within the first page, or the top 5 links. We're going to build your website if they haven't got one. If they have got one, we're going to optimize it. We're going to build you or optimize your website. We're going to write you articles and blogs every single week on, let's say, for instance, some of the difficult challenges that you faced, why you are the best business within the local area. Potentially it's your speed, potentially it's your time, potentially it's your care for customers. We're going to write all of these different articles and we're going to rank you at the top of Google. So when someone types in, help, I need help with my tap in Birmingham, find me a plumber, you're going to come up first. And that means you're going to get more business, you're going to get more deals, okay? Additionally, SEO doesn't fade, typically. Okay, if we do work on your business, it's going to stay there. It's not going to disappear when we leave. So you can have us for as long as you want, or you can have us for as little as you want. But you're going to aim to lock in, let's say, for instance, a 3-month or a six-month agreement, a little contract, where we're going to work with you for 6 months for £500 or dollars a month to help you rank at the top of Google. Now, across that 6 months, they're going to pay you $3,000. Okay, which is great. That's one client for you, $500 a month. But for them, the idea is you're going to help their business so much that they don't want you to leave. Okay, you're going to provide so much value that after 6 months, they don't want you to end the contract or go somewhere else. They want to continue with you. They want you to boost up in other areas within the UK, for instance, as an example. So this is very much a niche that we've just created. It's a business that I've never done before, and it's a business that I've never thought of before. But it would add value. And I could see where it would add value. And over a little sales call or a Zoom call like this to someone within the plumbing niche, I'll rank you at the top of Google. It's going to help you get business. It's going to cost you £500 a month. Do you see the value there or not? You're likely going to get a lot of no's, but you're going to get some yeses. Okay, some businesses will want to be at the top of their game and on the front page of Google. That, for instance, if there's lots of competition in their area, want to be there. Now, you can all obviously throw in extra packages. We'll help you build your website. That's going to be another XYZ. Potentially, if you want some social media management, okay, you want a social media presence on Facebook, because let's say lots of your clientele are on Facebook. We're there. We're going to post for you daily. We're going to make your posts. We're going to make your content, and we're going to grow your following organically with tactics of reaching out to customers, tactics of getting to know people in the local area. Before you know it, you become a little micro mini celebrity for plumbing within your niche, okay, within your area. So what I'm saying is you add value to a business and boom, you're there. So let's say, for example, that's £500 or dollars a month. Let me just check it's recording. It is. So $500 or £500 a month. You have to get 20 yeses to make $10,000 or pounds a month, depending on the exchange and currency that you're using. Now, the next section becomes, okay, there's probably loads of questions around that. Let's use, for example, this SEO example that you're using. How do I become good at SEO? Well, if you're not good at SEO, you could do something else. But SEO is one of those skills that you could learn online for free. or you could buy a small little cheap course to teach you. How do you do SEO? How do you rank at the top of Google? How do you help out, brand authority? How do you give Google what it needs so it pushes you in front of the competitors? So you found your niche, you found your target market and target person that you could help and add value to. You're going to learn the skill set. Okay, you're going to learn how to do what it is at the best of your ability so you can provide the best results. The other thing you can do, now this is going to be another video, but if you have no customers, you have no people that you've helped out before, you can work for free. Now, if you're starting something like this and you say, I'll work for free, if I get you these results, will you pay me this? People more often than not do that. They do. If you say to people, hi, John, you own UK Plumbing, Birmingham. I don't have much experience. I don't have many people that I've worked for before, but I want to be super dedicated to you and I want to get you so many brilliant results that if you can provide me a testimonial after I help you reach XYZ, i.e. get on the front page of Google for UK plumbers in Birmingham, will you give me a video testimonial? Will you help me secure, my first deal and pay me a reduced rate from £500 a month to £200 a month once I reach you these results? Most people are going to say, sure, let's give it a shot. Why not? Okay, as long as you have conviction, and as long as you know what you're doing, people will give you a go. People will give you a shot. Okay, and then the point is, get people those results. Don't try and charge them unless you get the results. Get the results for them, then make the money, and people are happy, and you have lifetime customers. Okay, so the next thing after that is people say, how do I get the customer in the first place? Okay, how am I, as maybe a 16 or 17-year-old, or 18 or 19 or 20, or mid-20s or 30-year-old, going to get someone in a niche that I have very little understanding about because I'm not a plumber? How am I going to get them to believe in me? So the next part on from that is, how do you get the customers? I know I can already predict what the next question is. How do I get the customers? Where do I find them? How do I get them to believe in me? How do I keep them? Okay, because your whole idea of, monthly recurring revenue, how do I keep someone? Okay, keeping someone's easy. It's getting them results and it's looking after them. It's being transparent and it's being very close to them, i.e. pick up the phone to them, speak to them, text them, be consistent, actually become their friend. Okay, understand what it is that's a pain point in their business and potentially help them with that as well. But how do you find customers in the first place? Now, I will do another video on customer acquisition. Okay, because again, a lot of people charge for this information, but it can be free because it's very simple. There are a few different methods. Okay, you want to be able to automate as much as you can, but to begin with, it's just going to be you. Okay, you're going to be by yourself. So what you want to do is you want to create a Facebook, a WhatsApp, an Instagram, probably not TikTok within this niche, but in some other niches, TikTok. Let's use another example, obviously an email. I think I've mentioned that before, but LinkedIn would be another good one. Get yourself on these social media platforms, build your profile, make sure your profile looks good, it looks professional, good profile picture, good bio, good description, a couple posts. Make yourself as professional as possible and reach out. Go and reach out. Very easy. On the search bar, you type up your niche. So for instance, you might not find many people on, let's say, Instagram that are plumbers. There might be a few, and chances are they've probably never been reached out to you before. So if you reach out to them on, let's say, Instagram or Facebook, Facebook's probably a better example. But let's say Instagram first, you reach out to them in their DMs and you say, hey, I've got something that I think might be of value to you. Do you have 10 minutes for a chat over the phone? That's it. If they don't respond, so be it. Okay, but that's the whole point, is outreach is the game. You're designed to reach out to as many people as you possibly can. Okay, without banning your accounts and being a spammer. Reach out to people. Okay, because some people will respond and some people might respond a month later. That's the whole point of the funnel and the pipeline. Okay, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But reach out to people, let's say on Facebook now. Okay, so you've done your Instagram, reach out to people on Facebook. I already know that there will be Facebook groups with plumbers, plumbers in local areas, or just even reach out to individuals. Okay, reach out to them saying, who's your local plumber? Oh, my local plumber is Paul. Paul does my plumbing. He's a great guy, really nice guy. You go, oh, I'd love to get in touch with Paul. Do you have his number? Boom. Of course I have his number. Here's his number. Don't spam people, don't annoy people, and don't lose your reputation. But people always are willing to listen if you've got something to offer of value and potentially for even free. Okay. So you've done your Instagram, you've done your Facebook, then you've got LinkedIn. Get on LinkedIn. You might be able to connect with some local plumbers. Okay. Connect with them. Next thing, you've got Google. This is probably the most important one. Type up plumbers. I can do it now even. So let's do it. So plumbers nearby me in Birmingham. Okay, boom. Right, so we've got some sponsored posts. So people that are paying for advertisements. Let me just push my screen over here so I can at least see that this is still recording. So we've got local plumbers, and you're just gonna have to believe me here because I'm not gonna screen share just yet. I'll do that in other videos. But we've got 75 plus plumbers in Birmingham. Okay, that's one of the top one. Find the most trusted plumber in Birmingham. Plumbers in Birmingham. Find plumbers near me in Birmingham. Plumbers in Birmingham. Fixed cost repair. Birmingham plumbers. You get the point. Okay. Now, if I go down to, let's say, the 5th page, find out those plumbers that aren't ranking at the top of Google. Let's go even further. Let's go down to the 10th page. Okay, but we got GPJ Plumbing. Just an example. These guys seem to be doing great. They seem to be doing fine. Okay, they've got a business. They've got a nice name. They've got a .co.uk domain. Let's go onto their website. They've got a nice website. Boom, at the top left-hand corner, they've got GPJ Plumbing. Call now. Okay, now that's probably for the appointments and that's for booking there. But let's say, for instance, you had something to offer them, you could send them an email. Okay, and if you don't get back an email, you could call them. Okay, so most of these types of businesses are run by a small set of people. Okay, small type businesses like plumbing, electricians, builders, they're run by small small sets of people, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They might be a family run business. You can help them out, you can provide some value. Okay, and then you can make some money from it. So price list below. So they've got prices from £110 down to 50 up to £180. Okay, one up to 190. So nearly £200 a job. Okay. Now again, we're figuring this out on the job. But they've got 4 stars, 9 reviews. 9 reviews. If that was 5 stars, 118 reviews, or 250 reviews, would you be more likely to go with them? You would. It's going to help them get more business. So you can maybe do that as an add-on. Let's look, for example, further up the page. Okay, they do all sorts of work. Okay, and they don't just do work in Birmingham. They do work elsewhere. So you can help them with other niches and you can help build them out into the UK. If they've got plans to be a bigger plumbing-based business, you might be able to help them, is my point. Okay, now I'm going to stop doing the Google searching. That's one example. Okay, there's several. There's literally hundreds there that you could help. Go back further, deeper into Google. Let me pull this into the middle. So I'm looking at myself. Look further. Look deeper. Okay, find those businesses that are starting out or find those businesses that are established but not doing as well as they could do. The point is you can help them. Okay, now find them, call them, email them. Every day for at least an hour, 2 hours, you should be outreaching to businesses. Okay, because that's your primary focus is getting new business through the door, especially when you're starting from scratch. Remember, this is a business that I said, if I'm starting from scratch with absolutely no skill set, with absolutely nothing, what would I do? How would I go about it? I'd one, learn the skill set. I'd find a niche. I'd find the skill that's going to add value, like getting ranked on the first page of Google for a plumber. No idea what to do about it, but this is an example. I'm going to go and say, would you be interested in doing it for £500, $500 a month? $500 a month is probably more realistic at 350-ish pounds. That's 3 jobs for them to do that they're investing in you. So 3 plumbing jobs or 1 plumbing job is going to pay for you. Now, for me personally, as a business owner, if one of my products or one of my services is going to sell for something that's going to massively increase my sales by getting on the front page of Google, I'm doing it. So I'm pretty confident that that would be something that's worth value. Okay, so £500, $500. You're then going to pitch as many people as you can. You might get a hell of a lot of no's, and you're likely going to get a lot of no's. Sales, typically, within this sort of space, is about a 10% conversion rate if you're on a call. So if I'm on a call with 10 plumbers, typically 1's going to come through. That's it. Okay, 1 to 2, 10 to 20%. So if we're doing the maths there, you want to get 20 people at £500 or dollars a month. You might be doing 200 calls. 200 calls, and you're at 10 grand, $10,000 a month. So I think that's kind of it for now. We'll leave it at that. I hope it was of good value, this video. If it was, give it a thumbs up because it boosts me in the algorithm and it helps push this content to as many people as possible. If you didn't like it, let me know why, because obviously I can, tweak it for the future videos. But for the future videos, I think I will discuss if you've got 0 customers, 0 testimonials, which is often a big pitfall to why people don't get results. I will show you how to get clients with 0 customers and how best to persuade people to give you a shot. We'll leave it there for now. All the best. Have a good day.